What a beautiful morning, and once more, look at the woodlands. She's come to life. Absolutely glorious this morning. I've only just walked into the actual woodland itself, and there's a composition I took only a couple of weeks ago, and the woodlands then were very much greener than what they are now. So I'm going to retake that shot simply because all the leaves and all the colours in the leaves have come out, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's made such a difference to the scene, and it's quite a nice little spot because we have a bit of light that comes through the canopy there. It's still quite dark. I know it looks very light there, but it's still quite dark in the woodlands. But there's a little bit of light that comes in, just shines off a birch over here. So I'm just going to get set up, and then we'll get going.
Last night I dreamed that I was a child, out where the pines grow wild and tall. I was trying to make it home through the forest before the darkness falls. I heard.
Just let me talk you through the shot as I see it. The thing that caught my eye was this birch here, and the reason for that is there's a hole in the canopy there where the light's coming in and just hitting that birch. We've got a pathway here leading us into the woodlands, which is going to give some depth into the shot as well. And then we've got this tree here to balance it off on the other side, surrounded by these beautiful autumnal colours on the leaves. I think we could be in for some really good autumn shots today. So let's get that composition set up in the camera, and then we'll see how we can do. I've just had to move around a little bit just to find the angle that I want for this shot. I've not had to work too hard at it, to be honest with you, but it's just, when I was over here, it just didn't seem to work as well. So what I want is that birch there, a bit of this path, and then I've got this tree here, and then the leaves coming in here, and the autumn colours on the leaves just surrounding that. So I'm going to do this f11. Quite excited about this shot. It's a really nice shot. This is just saying that autumn is here at last. Lovely. I'll just put it on the screen for you. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you know what? I'm quite pleased with that. On to the next one.
Oh baby, baby, why you acting this way? I just remember all our days up the interstate, when we were driving down the 408, and you would smile just like the sun that you emulate. Now you mitigate my love, mitigate my love. Oh, mitigate my love, mitigate my love.
It does actually feel like I'm actually following my tracks from a couple of weeks ago, because I didn't mean to land here to arrive to this bit, but I have done. And I took a shot here a couple of weeks ago, and once again it was a lot greener, but the colours have come out, so I just feel compelled to take this shot again. So let me show you what I mean. Do you know, I bought this hat the other day because I thought it's going to be perfect for this woodland photography at this time of year. But it's so hot, I'm absolutely sweating, so I had to take it off. Right, okay, this composition comprises of, no, I've more or less got the composition that I'm going to use on the camera, on the filming camera. We've got this tree here, and that tree there. With it, we've got these autumn leaves coming over, and it's going to be balanced off by that tree there, by that pine. And then of course we've got this pathway here that's coming through, leading us into the image itself. It is pretty much the same as what I did a couple of weeks ago, but it's the thing with woodland, it just changes so quickly, you got to keep up with it. But I'm going to leave a little bit of breathing space either side of the image, just to bring that image forward a little bit. Okay, see how we go with this one. Shouldn't be too hard, I've done it before. Okay, so once again, I'm going for F11, just to try and give me that sharpness that I want. Just reset that. But the colours have come out in the last 2 weeks. It's just a completely, it looks like a completely different woodlands. It's absolutely beautiful. Because have a look at that. I'll put it on the screen for you now, okay?
City on the morning flight, and right then you decided I wasn't in your life any longer, like you'd be stronger all those years of...
It is a lovely calm day today. Not much of a breeze at all in the woodlands. It has been raining overnight, which works to our advantage in many ways, because if you look over there, well, you can't, sorry. I'll show you later, maybe. But as the rain comes into the woodland, it falls onto obviously the fallen branches and stuff like that. It just brings out the saturation in the colours, and it just enhances the colours. The danger is, of course, that we get lots of droplets on the leaves. So when the sun gets a little bit higher and it sort of lands on those droplets, it causes highlights within the image, which then causes burnout in the actual photo itself, and it's very hard to recover the detail in those images. I could put a polarizer on, a woodland polarizer, and that would take a lot of the glare off. But the lens I'm using at the moment, which is a 24-120 f4, which is my go-to lens for woodlands, it's got a 77 diameter, and I think the only ring I've got to fit that for my polarizer is a 67, which is not much good at all to that. But you can see the light's starting to come into the woodlands now. So we may have to work a little bit quicker after a cup of coffee, of course. I just feel I need it. I feel like I've walked so far into the woodlands today. Again, it's good exercise though. Oh, that's nice. Do you know, you can't beat a nice cup of coffee in the middle of the woodlands. You really can't. I'll have this and then we'll crack on. I'm just going to check out some things over here. This is what I mean when I say that the rain brings out the colours more. It just brings out a saturation. If I can try and get closer without breaking my neck. You can see the greens here, just really, really dark, and you see where the water's gone on this part of the bark, but underneath it's a much lighter brown. I don't know if you can see that from there. But that's a nice thing with the rain, and the breeze is suddenly picked up. Everything's starting to go all over the place. So we better crack on, I guess. I've got this little scene in front of me which I really, really like. It does involve incorporating the sky to a certain level, which I don't normally like doing because it just distracts the eye. But the subject itself, the tree, which is a dead tree, I like because it's got other trees around it and it's still got sprinkles of the autumn leaves around it, and it's just nice. I've moved around a little bit to try and isolate it as much as I can. Actually, could I take it from another angle? I don't think I can. I think I'm in my best spot for it. I've moved around trying to get a better angle, but I just don't seem to be able to do it. So I'm going to take this one. The important thing is just try and get the top of that broken tree in, because that's the bit that's it's going off at an angle, and that's the real character of the shot. I know it sounds stupid, but it's just the way I see things. I don't know, I might be spending too much time on this one shot that may not be any good, but I've just moved over just to try and give a bit more of a natural backing to that subject, and just trying to cut as much light as I can. I'll do this at f8 just to try and diffuse things a little bit in the background.
Don't break my heart with truth. We can defy, don't you see how it's good? Don't break my heart with truth. True is unkind, and I'm telling you.
As I was walking back down this way, I saw these 4 trees that are relatively close together, and in between them we've got this branch coming off of one of the trees. I think it's a birch, and that's got some nice autumnal leaves on it. Let me show you what it is. This is the tree with this branch here coming off, all these autumn coloured leaves. We've got this tree here, that tree there, and this tree which is behind it. So I'm going to try and separate each tree in the image. I've got to get to a certain angle to do that. And I'm going to go portrait mode on this as well. I think it'd be quite nice. So as you see, I've gone on to portrait mode. I'm going to put it on live view so I can see what I'm doing. I've already got it lined in. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this at f16 for that sharpness. I was contemplating doing f.6 because I thought, well, the main subject will still be sharp, but then the foreground would be softened off, and then the background would be softened off, which could be quite nice. But if I want to print something off, I tend to like, especially on these sort of scenes, the foreground to be sharp as well. I'm not too keen on looking at images which are soft at the bottom. And that's quite nice. I like that, and that's sharp front and back. I shall put it on screen for you now to have a look. I hope you like it. I think that's all we've got time for today. The sun's coming up quite a lot now and getting quite harsh on the light. So I'm going to have my last coffee of the woodland day, and thank you for joining me. If you've enjoyed this video, then please like and subscribe and press that notification button so you get all the notifications of when I next put a video up. But this time of year, autumn photography is just one of the best times of the year, isn't it? I think the two best seasons, or my two favourite seasons, are definitely spring and autumn, just because of the colours. And in spring, this woodland is beautiful because it just comes up with all the bluebells. But anyway, I'm yabbering on. Yeah, thank you for watching. Have a great weekend. And cheers. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.
That city on the morning flight, and right then you decided I wasn't in your life any longer, like you'd be stronger. All those years of knowing how to feel when you met me under the simple sky.